just feel like you're drowning in headlines and opinions, trying to make sense of it all? It can be overwhelming, right? Well, what if I told you there's a kind of master key to understanding our society, a way to cut right through all that noise? I mean, really think about it. Why do we vote the way we do? What shapes the actual streets we walk on? And what on earth decides the price of your morning coffee? These aren't just random, disconnected questions. Nope, they're all pieces of a much, much bigger puzzle about how our world is put together. And here's the good news. There's a way to tackle these giant questions logically. It's a really powerful framework for understanding the forces that shape, well, everything in our lives, from our family dynamics to the entire global economy. So what is this master key I'm talking about? Okay, let's dive right in and unlock this thing. It's called social science. And you know what? It's pretty much what it sounds like, the science of us. It's this absolutely fascinating field that studies how we humans live, work, and play together, and how we build all the complex social, economic, and political systems that run our lives. So you can think of it like this. While natural science is out there looking at the stars or studying the tiniest atoms, social science turns that telescope right back around on us. It's not about gravity or biology. Nah, it's all about our actions, our creations, and the super intricate web of relationships that make up this human world. But how in the world do you even begin to study something as huge and complicated as human society? Well, that's where the magic comes in. Social science gives us this awesome toolkit with 4 distinct lenses that help us see everything way more clearly. First up, we've got history, which is our lens of time. And believe me, it's so much more than just a list of kings and battles. It is the story of how we got right here to this very moment. It shows us how the echoes of the past, things like old trade routes or laws from centuries ago, are still shaping our societies, our politics, and yeah, even our bank accounts today. Next, we've got geography, the lens of place. This one is all about the fascinating dance between people and their environment. Seriously, think about it. The mountains, the rivers, the coastlines of the world, they haven't just shaped our landscapes, they've totally shaped our cultures, our economies, and even the food we eat. Then there's the lens of power, political science. This is where we get into the real nitty-gritty of how we organize ourselves, from a tiny town council all the way up to the United Nations. It's about figuring out the rules of the game, our rights, our responsibilities, and, who gets to make the big decisions that affect every single one of us. And last, but definitely not least, is the lens of resources, economics. It really all boils down to one simple, universal problem. We all want a ton of stuff, but we just can't have it all. Economics is the story of how we make choices, from what we're going to produce to who gets what, in a world where things are limited. So, we have our 4 lenses: time, place, power, and resources. But here's the real secret. The real power isn't in just using one lens at a time. No, it's about using all of them together. That's how we start to see the whole, complex, and totally fascinating picture. All right, let's put this toolkit to the test with a massive global challenge: poverty. If we just try to understand it with one lens, we're going to get a blurry, incomplete picture. To really see it clearly, we need all 4. And this is where our toolkit really starts to shine. Okay, so history helps us trace the roots of poverty way back through time. Geography shows us how the very land people live on, whether it's fertile or totally isolated, can be a huge factor. Political science reveals how power and policy can either lift people up or hold them down. And then economics gets right to the heart of it, the flow of money and resources. It's only when we start weaving these different threads together that we can truly begin to understand the complex tapestry of poverty. So, what's the big takeaway here? Why should any of this matter to you? Well, because understanding social science isn't just for academics and ivory towers. It is for every single one of us. In fact, it's kind of like gaining a set of real-life superpowers. You start to gain the ability to see the world through other people's eyes, to truly appreciate the incredible diversity of human culture. You'll develop this stronger sense of what's right and wrong, and maybe even the courage to stand up for justice. You'll get why protecting our planet is so incredibly critical, and you'll become a more engaged, more empowered citizen, ready to make your voice heard and actually help shape the future of our society. So there you have it, the master key to understanding society. You are now officially equipped with a powerful toolkit for making sense of the world. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it? What will you choose to see, to question, to change? The world is waiting.